Hello. Okay, so today I want to give you guys a little background on how I started UGC and what my UGC journey has looked like, because I think a lot of people or a lot of UGC coaches out there don't share enough about their own journey. And I think that's why a lot of UGC creators can get a bit discouraged in the beginning, because they start and they think, this is going to be easy. I'm going to make $5,000 in my first month, and it's just not the reality. And I want to give a little background on my own journey. So, first of all, if you're new here, hi, I am Maddie. I am a UGC creator and a UGC coach. So I help other people get into this industry as quickly and as easily as possible. I live and travel full-time out of my camper van, and I travel, full-time with my partner and my adventure pup. So I very much chose to do UGC because it was a way for me to sustain my lifestyle so that I could still travel full-time. We get to see different parts of the world every month and work part-time from anywhere we want. And this is all because of user-generated content. So let me give you a little backstory of how I got here. 4 years ago, I was working at a corporate job. I graduated college and I started working for a government official. So I worked in politics, and then I switched over and I worked in political marketing. I worked for an agency for, I think, like a year and a half. I just didn't like it. I was not in love with corporate life. I hated being stuck to a computer for 8 hours a day. It was not for me. I was unhappy, I was unfulfilled, and I was like, there's gotta be some fun job out there where I can be outside and travel while still making decent money, right? Well, I figured I had to be a travel blogger or a successful author or a flight attendant or work for a national park service or something. And honestly, all of those either sounded too unrealistic or underpaid. So, I was like, what else can I do? And I knew I had to start somewhere. So for the next 2.5 years, I tried my hand at copywriting, ghostwriting, social media management, and event planning. And I just didn't love any of it still. I even tried becoming an influencer. And while I've been semi-successful at that and consider myself a micro-influencer, it was hard. It's hard. It takes a while to become a big influencer. And at the end of the day, I wanted a way to monetize my content now. During that time too, I actually worked at a ski resort for a season as well, which was pretty fun, but also did not pay well. And then in the beginning of 2023, I started to hear about something called UGC. So user-generated content is basically video content that everyday users of a product create for a brand to use on their social media or advertising campaigns. And so I was like, so I basically just have to talk to a camera about why I love this sleeping bag that I use every weekend. Sounds easy enough. And it wasn't quite as much of a walk in the park as that sounded. But since I had some content creation skills and experience under my belt with social media management and then posting to my personal accounts, I was like, I should probably try this UGC thing out. What I didn't realize was that decision to pursue UGC literally changed my life completely. I went from a beginner to making $4,000 in my third month doing UGC part-time, and I quickly realized the potential that this side hustle had, and I kind of just doubled down on it. I doubled down on it. And listen, it truly wasn't a walk in the park figuring out how to pitch brands the right way, how to create a great portfolio and make my videos better. And I spent a lot of time pitching brands in the beginning and getting hundreds of no's. Actually, probably thousands of no's. But it paid off big time because I stayed consistent with it, which is my biggest tip to beginners. It wasn't easy right away. I didn't make $5,000 in my first month. That was not my reality. I didn't hit my first four-figure month until month 3, where I made $4,000 that month. And then, but after my 4th month, since then, I've hit at least $5,000 a month with UGC consistently for the past year and a half, which is pretty amazing because I do it part-time. I work like 10 hours a week doing UGC, which is honestly amazing. And there are very few other like jobs that you can get that good at it that fast and make that much money part-time. It's really hard to come by. So fast forward to today, and I've been doing UGC for a year and a half, and I've made 6 figures doing it. Like, what? I've literally had months where I've made $15,000 with UGC. So there's a lot of potential with it. And I've only ever done it part-time since the beginning. I've never done it full-time. I work anywhere from like 8 to 25 hours per week, just depending on the stage of life that I'm in and how much I want to pursue UGC at that time, or if I really want to hit those high income $15,000 months, or if I'm cool with sitting at 5,000. So it just depends on kind of my travel schedule and what I'm feeling, which is so nice to have that flexibility and work for myself. And I get to work for brands and companies that I love. So I think it's the coolest job ever. And I get to travel full time and pursue multiple passions at once. I get to have a coaching business like this and help other people. I get to run my outdoor travel community, Outsiders Together. And I get to be present with my dog and with my boyfriend, and I get to travel all the time. So it's a dream. It really is a dream, but actually it's a reality. So that's kind of crazy. And now I help people like you and me, literally everyday people, start their own UGC journey so that they can achieve this kind of life-changing freedom too. That's the biggest thing I have gained from UGC, is the freedom to work for myself and travel when and where I want. I've taught over 1,000 students in my master classes, my boot camp, my one-on-one coaching, and have amassed an audience of over 25,000 ambitious dreamers just like me. And I'm grateful every single day that I get to help others and change lives with UGC. It's truly amazing. If you want to learn more about what UGC is exactly, you can check out more of my videos and subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to be sharing a lot more about UGC and how to get into this as a beginner, and I really want to be a very valuable resource to anyone just looking for a little guidance. So definitely subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see more of you. You will definitely be seeing more of me on here. And if you are ready to dive in and you're like, I want to do this UGC thing, I want to try my hand at it, I have an 8-week UGC boot camp. It is amazing. We've had over 100 students go through it, and it basically takes you through week by week of what you need to do if you are just beginning UGC. So from week 1 of learning what UGC is, learning good UGC content, and then putting that to work and creating some practice videos of your own. And then week 2, creating your portfolio. You need this to pitch to brands, and we're going to create you a great one. I even have a template that I provide in the boot camp, so it's really easy for you to do. And then week 3, you learn all about pitching, how to create a good pitch, and then you go into how to find brands, how to organize your pitching, how to make your pitching efficient. I mean, we really get into it. The goal of the 8 weeks is to at least land your first paid brand deal. So again, I'm not promising that you're going to make $5,000 in your first month. It's not realistic. But we want you to get these wins in the beginning where you feel like you are making progress. You're putting together a great portfolio. You're pitching a ton of brands, way more than most UGC creators do in the beginning, and I'll show you how to do that. And you're seeing these wins. You know, you're getting a few of those paid collabs come in, so that and this is the last week of the course, you create your long-term strategy you're set up for success. So in week 8, we go through everything that you did. We go through the exact numbers of how many emails you sent, how many deals you got, the average value of each deal, and we figure out a long-term strategy for you to continue pitching brands, and the exact number of brands you need to pitch and what you need to improve in order to hit your income goals with UGC. So very just like practical hands-on course that is going to get you in there and actually doing the thing and give you some accountability. There's a community attached to it. So we have a group chat where you can share your wins with people, ask questions, get feedback from like on your portfolio or videos from other people in the bootcamp. It's amazing. And I can't wait for you to learn more about this dream job that literally changed everything for me. So I will link the bootcamp down below if you want to check that out. Otherwise, I hope this video gave you a little more insight into what that journey of being a UGC creator might look like for you as someone getting started. My biggest advice is stick with it as best you can. I saw a lot of success coming in like months 3 and 4 and was really able to snowball from there. So you just got to get past those first couple months of being a beginner. But I hope that was helpful and insightful, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this, and I hope to see you in the future.